The last time that we saw the Toronto Thunderbirds was... Wait, it was... How long ago? Okay, I get it. That's completely on me. And look, a lot of you guys have asked for the series to come back and for me to finish at least this season and maybe a couple of more, but I want to do more seasons, but a lot of that depends on you guys. So if you're down to support this series by watching it, leave it a like, leaving me comments down below, and obviously subscribing, then guess what? I'll drop plenty more episodes for you guys in the future. But in the last episode that we did a long time ago, you guys saw that we wrapped up the regular season with a pretty solid game, and we ended up being 12-4. Now the MVP was Todd Gurley's. He wrapped that one up pretty easily, and if you want to know where Mr. Maddox was, well, he was down to number 9. The good news is, well, we did win one award. Demetrius Turner, our head coach, ends up getting Coach of the Year. As for the actual rest of the rewards, I'm going to go ahead and fly through. If anybody wins one on our team, then we'll obviously talk about it briefly, but as you can tell, we did not win Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, we got close. We had both Preston Smith and Tremaine Edmonds get 2nd and 3rd there. Rookie of the Year goes to Nate Powell, with Jared Griffin being there at 3rd. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we had nobody close. SQB, Maddox had his moments, but he wasn't anywhere close to that. But we did get best running back. Devonta Royster had a heck of a season. Started off slow, had some trouble, but he finished the job and got it done. We needed him to do that. Receiver goes to D.D. Westbrook. Your best offensive lineman goes to David DeCastro. Best defensive lineman goes to Myles Garrett. Best linebacker goes to Denzel Perryman, with Tremaine Edmonds right behind him. Your defensive back of the year goes to Brandon Hunter of Kansas City, with our boy Jordan Poyer, who had a heck of a season, landing there at 3rd. And then your best kicker, man, the myth, the legend, Jake Elliott of your Toronto Thunderbirds. If you care about the NFC at all, then we'll fly through it really quickly. Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Jake Ryan. Words I never thought I would actually say. Your Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Kareem Randolph of the Rams. Your Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Omar Mason of the Eagles. SQB, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. Your best running back, of course, is Todd Gurley. Best wide receiver is Michael Thomas on the 9-7 Saints. Offensive lineman goes to David Bakhtiari, is my assumption on how to say his name. Aaron Donald for defensive lineman. Linebacker goes to Manti Te'o and his invisible girlfriend. Best defensive back goes to Patrick Peterson. The Cardinals getting 2 big awards right there. Best kicker goes to Robbie Gould. Now, a couple of guys going into this big game here in the playoffs. We have a wild card bye. We need to upgrade a couple of them. So Demetrius Maddox, an 88 overall right now. Strong arm, scrambler, field general, and West Coast. I'm honestly going to go scrambler here. I think he'll be better off getting that sort of stuff. Increase here, so he's an 86 overall there, 89 overall in general, +3 to awareness, +2 to break sack, +1 to throw on run and throw under pressure. Those are all big for us. Preston Smith is another guy looking to get an upgrade, and he's pretty underrated for us, but we're going to go ahead and upgrade his pass coverage. We do a lot of pass coverage or zone coverage for our linebacker, so I need him to step it up there. He gets +3 to zone and +1 to his awareness. And the last guy on our team getting upgraded is Jake Elliott, the kicker of the year. No Jake Elliott slander already, I can tell you that now. So 85 power, 78 for accuracy. Honestly, I'm going to boost his accuracy not once, but twice. So he's going to get that to a 79 overall, 86 overall in general, +1 to awareness and kick accuracy. And I'm going to go one more time to his accuracy and boost that again. That gives him now to an 80 overall there with +2 to awareness. So we need him to make all the field goals in the playoffs, because we're probably going to need them with how we've been playing. Now, we've advanced past the wild card round, which means that we are here in the divisional round, and we got to play Patriots. The good news is we're playing at our house, not in theirs, which means we might have some snow, which they'll be accustomed to, but they still have Rob Gronkowski, they still have James White, and they got a rookie quarterback named Nate Powell, who's an 83 overall. The kid's pretty good. So we are here, we are at home. Toronto, it feels good to be here in the playoffs and ready to go, but again, these aren't the Tom Brady Patriots. They're still going to be really tough, and obviously we're rocking the all-black uniforms today, but the Patriots, they're rocking the all-white uniforms, which is going to make today really, really tough. Now, on the divisional side for the AFC, it's Cincinnati and Houston versus us in New England. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but that's a winnable matchup for us if we advance today. Got an opportunity here to assert our dominance. Nate Powell, his first possession. Trying to get into the backfield a little bit. Uh-oh. Okay, James White ran the wrong way, but they had a big hole there. Oh, he got injured. I would never wish an injury on anybody, but I'm not mad either. Well, it sucks for them to have an injury on their running back on literally the first play of the game. The way those holes were opened up for them, I don't think it matters who's back at running back, because they're going to be able to run for days. So we've blitzed on basically every play, and they've still run for 6 yards so far in 2 plays. So we got to try to lock up here. Probably a passing down. Trying to get some passing stuff in here. How do we not get that? That was so close. We saw an injury, obviously, James White of the Patriots, but Shane Ray just got injured as well. So an injury for an injury right now. Edmonds tries to come through to get the ball out to the flats. Gronk is out there. He might be old, but he still looks pretty good out there. And the bad news we got is that Shane Ray has a dislocated shoulder, which is French for he's not coming back in today's game. They go with the halfback draw. Preston Smith nearly there, but his backup running back's killing it right now. And so far, the Patriots are who we thought they were. The New England Patriots, and they're still really good. Trying to get some pressure in there on Powell. We haven't really got it yet. They go out here deep, but look at that. Jordan Poyer. The man says, I should have won the defensive back of the year. An interception in the playoffs. Imagine that. And that was big because they went right to Gronk there, but Poyer jumped the route. Anybody trying to guard Gronk is obviously in for a really tough game, but look at this. I feel like every time you run the ball the first play of the game, it goes for a big one with Royster. While that sounds great, it's typically been the runs after that that have been really, really bad. So here's an example. So with that play going for a loss of 1 with Jared Griffin, we're back out here in the passing game hoping to get something major going. But look at this. We have an opportunity to run, but they sniffed it out. So this drive went from looking amazing to all of a sudden we're in a lot of trouble. 3rd and 11. I want to get something going here. We got Alston and Howard going across the middle. Rogers out there in a deep route. Watching the linebackers. We got our boy Howard going across the middle. He's unguardable. The big fella. Constantly killing defenses in the middle. So a big catch by Howard, obviously bailing us out. Maddox feeling a little bit more comfortable as he finally gets himself a completion. And Devonta Royster back in the game, going for no gain. We've been running the ball a lot, so I want to try a play action, see if we can get him a bite a little bit. Kind of moving somewhat. You got a guy going deep across the middle. I have no words for that play. Honestly, if the receiver just cuts in a little bit, that's a touchdown. We're celebrating right now. We're celebrating. But instead, here we are on 3rd down and 10 yet again. Our guy fell down. We got a guy across the middle. This time it's going to be Elijah Harper, his first catch of his playoff career because he's a rookie and we're inside the 5. Honestly, the best blessing there might have been the fact that one of our receivers fell down, which let Elijah Harper come over late and be wide open. So inside the 5. Well, halfback toss here. Devonta Royster goes from the 4 to the 3. And while we didn't get in, we're still knocking on the doorstep right now. So, second goal from the 3. Got our guy going through. Who else? Z. Austin, the touchdown machine, the late draft pick. Busting out a little Michael Jackson there with a little bit of, new age. We got a touchdown, and we're on the board. So our drive was a little sketchy, but it ultimately worked out what we needed it to. And the Patriots are back, and they're trying to get something of their own. Big time tackle there by Edmonds. I'm also just now noticing that Acito or Sato, whatever the running back's name is, he's wearing a horse collar. Is that Daryl Johnson's little nephew or something? What the heck is going on? They go back to the run. Okay, this dude is literally running like his name. I'm the worst tackler of all time. Someone get him. You know what? I take everything back. I made fun of his horse collar. And what did he do? He went for a touchdown. I learned my lesson. So I've learned my lesson. We'll make fun of somebody's equipment, because when you do, bad things happen to you, unfortunately. Right here with 2nd down and 6 yards with a solid run by Devonta Royster. Again, looking for the big fella, the tight end. And look, that route has been open all game long. We've only run it twice, but if it's working, we're going to use it. Again, 2nd catch of the day there, Mr. Howard. Big catch, 63 yards in the afternoon. I mean, that's one heck of yards per reception. And look at Devonta Royster, like a bowling ball through the middle, almost in the red zone. With that run by Royster, this is what I like to call prime real estate. We are in territory for scoring. Yo, Royster, you can't take him down with one hit. 2nd and 7. Really haven't seen much running here from the quarterback position, but we might try that out here in a second. But instead, we got Mr. Jones. Get in there, Jones. Down at the 1. I'm about to challenge that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little disgusted. That was a touchdown in my book. I don't know what the heck they were looking at, but that was a touchdown to me. We might actually just do an inside run here. We're gonna try it out. Offensive line, please hold up. That was a little bit of a hesitation by Royster, and because of it, he didn't get it. And on top of Royster not getting in the end zone, we also got an injury to an offensive lineman. Did you ask for anything worse to happen right now? Our running game is already struggling. Help us out. He tripped over McCourty. Down at the 3. So with that, 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and goal from the 3, technically. We're trying to get this one out a little bit. None of our receivers are coming over. Maddox is injured. Say it ain't so. That may be the single worst thing to happen in franchise history right now. I know our franchise is not that old, but if he's out for the playoffs, we're dead. Now, we did get good news. It's that our quarterback, Mr. Maddox, is only having back spasms, so really keep him in the game. I'm kind of hoping for a long New England drive that doesn't really result in anything, so we can get him back in, but let him be comfortable when he comes in too. 2nd and 5 there. Solid little play by New England. Watching the guy in the slot. They had a couple. They go to the running back again. We made him run really far back, but they still get the first down. 2-minute warning. It's coming up now. New England, they're not showing any signs of slowing down at the moment. And we just gave a huge hole there to James White, who again, he's back in the game and he's feeling good. We have got to find a way to get to the quarterback. That's the one thing we have not been able to do, is get to Nate Powell. And look at this, we finally got to him. That was a good hit. So now we have an opportunity. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Lock him up. Who else but Jordan Poyer? How is this man not your defensive back of the year? Explain that to me. Big time players make big time plays. I honestly don't get how he was not defensive back of the year. I mean, the tackles, the interceptions, he's had it all this year. That was a bad sack. The worst part about getting sacked there is we had Eli Rogers wide open for probably 60, 70 yards easy. Hate to see it. Trying to run here. We got Jared Griffin in the game now. The young fella's pretty fast and pretty agile, but that spin move was hot garbage. So it's 3rd down, 7 yards to go, which is a very important 3rd down. They obviously want to stop us here. We obviously want to get that 1st down and keep the clock moving. I want to score before half, but it's going to be a little tough. We got our guy. Just make the throw. Blame the back spasms. I dare you. I honestly don't know how we didn't make that throw. Had a guy wide open. At his feet. No real pressure. Can't make the throw. Hate to see it. And we just let Gronk get wide open across the middle. Right now, Nate Powell's about 10 for 15 on the game. He's carving us up. And they go to the... Oh my God, I thought we had the pick. That was so close. Oh, we're in a tough situation right now. Got Edmonds across the middle. Nate Powell's making a small adjustment here. 10 seconds on the clock. He's got 1 timeout. Watching the guy underneath. We're gonna blitz a guy up here. Nate Powell goes down at the 3 seconds left. So Nate Powell smartly goes down, takes that hit. I wish they had no timeouts, but smartly went down, took a bad hit, but they're gonna kick a field goal here from the 5-yard line. Got to imagine this is a money one. That one is up. That one is good. And going into halftime, it's a tie ball game. First half wasn't necessarily a bad one. We had a lot of missteps along the way that I think we can correct here in the second half. We just need some better pass protection on our guy, and we should be a little bit better. Now, a dot thrown here is just about 7 yards too far. Big thing here is I don't want to abandon the running game, but I also want to make sure we find some good holes here in the passing game too. We're going to try to get a pass thrown here to Jones, but he's got a case of the dropsies. And on that throw, I can't really be mad at Maddox. I mean, he made a dot, one heck of a throw, tight window, but Jones has got to hold on to that one a little bit better. We got our guy going through, nearly sacked on that one, but this time Elijah Harper, the rookie, a big catch on the right. That was Harper's 2nd catch of the game, and look, he held on to it. That's all I can ask for a rookie there. Big time players make big time plays, and that's what he's done so far. Now we're run up the middle by Royster. No, not successful at all. The run is not working, and I don't want to get in chuck-in mode where we're just throwing the ball nonstop, but honestly, we're closer to that than I thought we might be here. And the middle is wide open. Maddox sees the lane. He's running. I really don't know what happened there. Real talk, what the heck was going on with his running animation? How was he not running faster at that point? There's linebackers chasing you, young fella. Run and then slide. So back here to the run. We got a nice lane here for Royster. One guy in front and says, get up out of here. I own this area. Monta Royster has been huge, but we're taking him out for a play or two to let him get his breath back here. Jared Griffin coming in to spell him a little bit. Running a nice little zone. We had a guy across the middle. I kind of wanted to try, but instead we're going to dump it off here to Jared Griffin, who is our scat back, and something out of nothing. We're down at the 16. Again, we did have a guy down the middle in B, but I just don't want to risk it in the playoffs. Every possession matters. We are tied up right now. We have got to score, and we cannot risk throwing something that is a 50-50 ball right now with our quarterback and our receivers in the cold. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. On the ball here, Royster. He's got the seal on the edge, and Devonta Royster into the end zone. It feels good to be back. With us having a touchdown lead, this is a big possession here for the Patriots, because if they don't get anything here and they don't really do more than a 3 and out, we could go right down the field and make something big happen. And Edmonds started off strong with a sack on the first play for the team. The big thing is that sack was huge, but I don't want to give up a big play here. So we got to watch Gronk. Got to watch a lot of their young guys here. They go out to the edge. We're going to try to get him with Smith. We do end up grabbing him and forcing him out of bounds, but we got 10 yards and Smith got injured. The injuries have been really tough, to be honest. I don't really know how much longer we can play with a lot of these guys being injured. And it shows me that in the draft, we've got to go for more depth right now. And oh my God, we messed up. Blown coverage, but that was user error. And the bad news we just got is Preston Smith is a broken collarbone. Yeah, he's going for the rest of the playoffs. No chance of getting him back, so next man up, we got to step up and just hope that someone can do something. Could be in trouble. Second down, 8 yards. I'm going with the blitz here. Edmonds trying to get through. They go to Gronk. We flip him. And he holds on to it. Patriots are marching, man. They got to feel good. One of our defensive captains is out now. How are we going to respond? Good stop there by Edmonds. He got pushed right into him. Second and 8. We're going with the blitz here again. It's been pretty successful. Ooh, they held it this time to the running back. If they went to the quarterback, we were power slamming him. Third down, 12 yards to go. Please lock up. Actually, we're going to switch our defense up a little bit here. We're going to drop one of our linemen back in coverage. They go where we thought they would. And they got into the first. Patriots have the ball just outside of the red zone. Second and a whole lot of yards for them right now. They go underneath to Gronk, and he has to have about 11,000 receptions. So here we go. 12-yard line. Third down, 6 yards. Got to get a stop here. Force the field goal. Try and get some pressure. We had the blitz going. They throw it across the middle. Micah Hyde. What a bad ball by Powell. He's made great plays, but that one was horrible. But we're not quite out there just yet. We're on the 1 yard line. Our own 1 yard line. We're stacking the middle. We're missing an offensive lineman to injury. Can Royster get a couple yards here? He can. He's got plenty of room here. He's got the first down and plenty more. It's time to run the ball a lot. I don't know what New England was expecting, but when we got Devonta Royster, of course we're going to run it right down the middle. No chance we're going to the outside on that one. Royster getting plenty of room. McCourty, get off his lawn. As of right now, Devonta Royster is 12 yards away from 100 on the game as big-time players making a big-time play. But Jared Griffin comes in this time, more of our scat back. Got some room here. He's going to get himself about 13 yards. I don't know if New England knows our strategy yet, but for the last 37 yards, we've run the ball down the middle. If they're going to try to stop it, you'd imagine they're going to put more guys in the box, and they try to get someone on Devonta Royster, but it takes 3 guys to bring him down. We've chewed plenty of time off of the clock now. We want to keep moving the chains. Running the clock down again. Royster again trying to find some lanes, and he finds them. The offensive line is doing the thing, but wait a second. I got a feeling the Patriots paid the refs off here.
Tell you what they're looking for and make sure that they're still.
You didn't call that till I ran a guy over. I'm gonna be honest. Patriots, they're cheating. They have to be. They have to be there. That was such a late penalty call. You gotta get mad. But we go out to the edge instead and say, look, you want to try to stop us? Well, we almost fumbled. Pump the brakes. It was third down, just a yard to go. We need this play. Devonta Royster, 1 yard is all we need right now. Go ahead and get it, young fella. He's got it. Almost ran into his own guy backwards. We got the first down. We've made it to the 50. We've successfully chewed about 4 minutes off of the clock. New England, they need to stop soon or else they're going to be in a whole lot more trouble than you might have seen him before. Oh my God. That man's ankles. He took them. If you thought that was one of the nastiest jukes you've seen in this franchise, leave me a fire emoji comment down below with hashtag jukes. That was kind of nasty. The double juke there doesn't really work all the time, but Jared Griffin killed that man. Look, all we really have to do here is run the clock down, get a field goal, and we're going to walk out of here with a W because the Patriots, timeouts are going to start coming off the clock for them. And Royster had a lot more yards if he didn't fall over someone's feet. Third down, 6 yards to go. Honestly, we had a run play dialed up. I thought about going away from him, but I'm going to stick with it. I think we've got a pretty good chance to convert here. And by pretty good chance, I mean get ourselves down to the 28. The minute 52, I'm going to trust Jake Elliott, kicker of the year, to make this one. All right, so we're going to line up for this one. Should be right down the middle. Should be pretty easy. All right, I feel like that's good. Bend to the right. That one is going to be good, just barely. We had a 10-point lead with 1:48 left on the clock, and they have 1 timeout. Nate Powell has had a heck of a season, but so far, he's yet to find the end zone. He's been throwing picks non-stop in today's game, and honestly, that's worked out for us. That's a great play. They got it to bounds, and now they're trying to march in the field again. If they can save some time on the clock, they could be okay, but if we get the ball back, they are screwed, and we got it. Micah Hyde, second pick of the game for the young fella. Who by Poyer? Who by Hyde? Nate Powell, what are you doing? So that's going to be a wrap. The Patriots go down and we are advancing in the playoffs. Looking at the stats and comparing quarterbacks today, Nate Powell, you were a rookie for sure in the playoffs. The regular season was great, but the playoffs did not show up at all. 192 yards is great, but 4 interceptions and no touchdowns, that's a rookie move. On the other hand, For a guy with a little bit of experience now, 7 of 13, 141 yards, 1 touchdown. Didn't ask him to throw it a ton. It was snowing. It was really frigid. He got the job done. On the ground, Devonta Royster carried this team so heavy today. 24 attempts, 122 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 broken tackles. The kid was a monster. In the air, Rob Gronkowski was the guy that shredded us nonstop, but again, not a single New England Patriot got in the end zone through the air. On the ground, they did, but in the air, not so much. Gronk had 7 of 72. Hogan was 3 for 40. I mean, our best guy was Elijah Harper, the rookie, 2 for 43. Nothing to write home about, but solid nonetheless. Defensively, Tremaine Edmonds stepped up big today. 7 tackles, 1 for loss, 1 with a sack. Preston Smith would have had a lot more than that had he not got injured and broke his collarbone, so we think he's done for the season. We'll find out soon, but gotta imagine that he is. Tre'Davious White had a couple, but I want to give a big shout out to our guys here. Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. You got to pay these young men because they stepped up large today, and they're a big reason why we won. What a game, what a game. But the most important thing is we walked out with a W. We were the favorites, we were at home, so we should have walked out with a W. And the game was a little close, but a couple of key injuries there definitely hurt our chances. But again, we shined, we needed to shine, and we won the game that we should have won. And next week, it'll be a tough one, but I got a feeling with that matchup we saw earlier, we can definitely win that game.